All right, wise Nubian. Hey, I finally get a chance to respond to those two great videos that you sent me while we were engaged in that whatever that was with. I'm gonna call the guy the game. I'm gonna call him the game, like this win-win. I mean, win-lose the game thing. So I'm gonna call him the game for reasons of anonymity. Um, um, and like you were mentioning, his friends who came out there with this, they're whipping off all this false argumentation and stuff. I think this culture does that, man. It tries to train people that here's a way you can argue and beat someone, and you know, uh, um, you see this stuff if you watch the atheists and the Christians argue too. They get in this big these big logical battles. Everybody's debating. It's like everybody's debating and nobody's looking for the truth. No one's searching for the truth. Drives me crazy. When I enter into to what would you call it? I don't know, dialectics or something. I guess. I do it to search for truth, man. I don't go in there saying, well, I'm right, man, and I'm going to prove that that person is wrong. But I think that's what most people are doing. And again, it goes back to that win-lose, that zero-sum game deal, where in this game, somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. And the trophy is just some ego stroke of some kind. But few people are going through it to really learn something, you know. And they stumble across you on there with your eyes of truth staring out of them and your genuine voice, man. And I think it traumatizes them. I mean, you're looking directly, piercing through all those shallow layers, and they freak out, man. They freak out, you know. They don't know what to do about it. And of course they have the whole emotional reaction because your topic matters. Your topics are charged, man, with controversy, and then they flip out, and then as a defense, I think they fall into this stuff. But they're not watching you, man. I mean, all I got to do is, like I was telling those guys, just look in his eyes and listen to his voice, you know, and you'll learn something. Um, but no, they must go on. I don't know. It's strange, man. Um, I got these notes over here, man. You covered a lot of territory. It was great. Um, I love that thing about um, oh, I don't know. There was something that you'd started off. It actually had the word dialectic in it, man. That your antics and your rhetoric based on your intellectual behavior patterns are not up to standards to read her advanced sense of direction with dialectic that makes her character. That's right. That's that's really meaningful. But that's just it, man. That's that shallow debate. That's that shallow debate thing, man. Like, I will, do some magic with my skills and win. Oh boy, what did we win? Nothing. We lost out on the truth. Oh man, so I know why you call these guys infidels, man. Hey, I really like your idea about to reprogram yourself, having to reject everything first. That's a hard thing to do. That scares a lot of people, because that puts our identity at risk. But I think that's great, man. The more we can all do that, the better. And then maybe look at it piece again. That's that analysis thing. Taking it piece by piece and looking at it, evaluating it piece by piece, and deciding what's legitimate to accept or not, and then getting pieces from other places. You know, um, and bringing those in. I think that's great, man. Just whatever programming we can do to just reject all that stuff that was fed us, you know. Um, you know, all that stuff that's fed us is see, that's what people don't put into question. That's the problem. They walk around, they're told a myth, like, oh, you should be proud because you're from this country and there's this proud history and we did all these things were accomplished and all that. This is all wonderful how this is part of your culture, and then you get a good look at what the culture's really done over time, over centuries, and if you're healthy, you go into a state of abhorrence, and you're shocked by it, and you have to separate your identity from it. You have to. That's why I can't say that I'm proud to be an American, because if you want to accept the pride, you got to take all the negative along with it, man. You got to take the shame of it too, you know. So the best thing to do is pull yourself away and, as you were saying, program yourself with what you program. But you can't, I don't think you can identify with it. You identify with it, and man, you're in trouble, because then you're blindly walking around saying, well, I'm proud of all these things, and I'm just going to go into denial about all this other stuff. And you mentioned Reverend Wright. That's the same thing. He's hitting some truths, some sharp truths. I mean, I haven't done research on everything that he said, but just looking at it, it seems to me that 95% of every statement he makes right away registers as true in my mind. But what you have is a lot of the country going, "Oh my God, oh no, isn't that horrible? That's anti-American," and he just he hates America. Completely false, completely false. But that's the recoil people go into. It threatens their identity, their cultural identity that's been programmed into them, and they panic, they freak out. They go into panic because when you really get down to it, if that stuff is suddenly torn all away from someone, and they're faced there with the fact that they don't really know who they are, they don't really know, and all these other crutches that they prop themselves up on are suddenly yanked away, and people go into fear, and then that also gets them into anger, and anger sometimes can lead them to violence. But I think that's part of what it is. I'm not articulating this very well. I'm sorry, man. Mainly because I haven't really figured it all out. 14th Amendment, man, we got to talk about that. I want to do some more research on that, man. There must be, I'd like to do some research on not just the words that are actually in there in my wonderful encyclopedia. I cross-checked it with another book, the words match. But, the legislative history of it, what was going on behind it, behind the words. Because a lot of times, just like a court decision, you want to read the dissenting opinions, and then some of the history around what was debated and what was not. I would love to see that, man, to see what was going on, and what ended up rising to the surface was a particular set of words. But I'd like to. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go on. Yeah, I was zipping back. Sorry to switch so quick, but back on that debate thing, people wanting to debate to win and not to tell the truth. I did a tape on some set there. I found a guy's website, and he said he wanted to bring a more formal structure to the religious arguments that go on, more of a logical structure. So I dig that stuff. So I went on there. I did a video about set theory and this amazing proof that proves that no matter how large the universe is, as soon as you call it the universe, there's something that lies outside of it. It basically is a proof that nothing contains everything. That nothing contains everything. There's always something lying outside, which makes sense. I mean, because there's got to be an inside and outside, right? So something must be outside. And I really wanted to hear what people thought. And man, guy got on there, attacked all my logic. I ended up in like a 3-day debate with the guy over logic and what's the difference between mathematics and logic, but which would have been great if the guy was really into discussing it to really enter into a mutual search for truth. But no, he just wanted to prove me wrong, and he ended up insulting me and saying that I was doing this just because I wanted to gain popularity. I mean, how do you gain popularity by doing this weird, obscure little piece of mathematics nobody even talks about? Oh yeah, like the set of x plus y plus z plus 2 plus 3. That's going to make me really popular, and then the guy disappeared. But anyway, I'm running out of time, man. I'll do another video, but I'm going to finish this one because I'm already up to like 9 minutes. So.